And we are live. Welcome to another week in review. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. I didn't even say that.
Oh, I totally forgot that it was. I thought this weekend. I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was yesterday because everyone had their green on. They were partying
Mhm.
while I was out and about. So happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right, we had a big weekend.
The big. I feel like it was a big week with a huge weekend.
Yeah, we had a nice week of workouts. We
Mhm.
deloaded last week, which was perfect because it led us right into the Oxfit liftoff, which took place on Saturday morning. I've been waiting to do this week in review because I couldn't wait to talk even more about it because it was so much fun. I got to compete this year, which I've never been able to do that before. Um, or I shouldn't say been able. I've chosen not to because I like being in charge and sitting behind the desk. But you took on that role this year. How was that?
I mean, purposely, I did it also because I chose not to compete, and I was like, Savannah, I'll do it. Why don't you do it? I mean, you crushed it though. I'm so proud of you. I mean, you had me a little annoyed though because you were like, "Wait, I gotta go lower," and then you just crushed it. And I was like, "What is she doing? You're so strong."
I was being smart. I was being smart. I wasn't trying to do anything crazy, but I was really happy with how it went. I was super proud of everybody that competed, but
Mhm.
the setup this year was legit.
Dude, we were like on Friday, Ann and I were there, and I was like, "All right, let's put up the big, the usual Oxfit background that he had." And he's like, "No, wait." He's like, "I got a big ass flag. You got a picture of it?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
people
putting it
haven't
up.
seen it."
I'm putting it up right now. Let me share the screen. We've had this flag for a while, but we just
Mhm.
haven't. Ooh, there it is.
Oh, sexy.
So as you can imagine, lifting in front of that thing was badass.
It was. I mean, all the videos and all the photos, it just looked so official. Like this was the Olympics.
Yeah, it got me so hype, like
Yeah.
seeing all the photos.
Hmm.
We've already posted a couple to Instagram, so you can go check out the Oxford Instagram if you want to see a little sneak peek of what some of the photos turned out like. But we got so much great content, pictures, videos, all kinds of stuff from this event, and it was such a cool celebration of people's fitness. Um, yeah,
I,
I know we've been in EAV the past 2 years, and then we were Grant Park before that, but I didn't even realize it until you said it at the liftoff. This is our seventh Oxfit liftoff.
yeah, the seventh annual Oxfit liftoff, and I really loved that we were at Grant Park because it was the energy was super high. But what kept the energy so high is unlike how it's been at EAV. The gym and the members area where we have it is more separate,
Mhm.
but this time we were all together. And so it just like people that weren't warming up, they were sitting there watching. We had a bunch of people come to watch. And I mean, it was just dang. I felt like this was the most legit one. Like I think it was just the setup because people were posting videos and I was like, damn. I kind of wanted to do it, but I loved sitting at the table. But seeing everyone's videos, I was like, okay, I got serious FOMO from not like getting my own videos from not doing it.
Heck yeah. And for anybody that wasn't there, first of all, what the heck? You missed out.
Yeah.
But the entire rig at Grant Park was reserved to warm up. In between the rig and the lifting station you saw is where we had all the seating. And then, of course, the stage was set up with the American flag in the background. So we all got to be in the gym together, hanging out. You
Yeah.
could be warming up, you could be watching each other, cheering each other on. And I think everyone was a little bit nervous about being on the stage. Everyone is the first time, but you very quickly just start having fun. You get over it. It's such a blast. And I love that in typical Oxfit fashion, from the very first lift, no matter what the weight was, all the way to, getting 4 plates on the bar. It's the same hype, the same energy for every single person. It was so cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, I honestly went home Saturday night after we kind of hung out for a little bit afterwards. I woke up Sunday morning. I had no voice. And I was actually shocked. I was like, wow, I really don't. I was like, I really don't have a voice. I mean, it wasn't from in the microphone. It was sort of screaming
Yeah.
and cheering everybody on because the look on people's faces when they would get up there and they would, lift this weight that they didn't think that they could, that they were going for, and they would get it. I mean, I ended up spilling Izzy's drink all over the cards that we were supposed to be writing on because I was slamming on the table so hard.
And we had we had back squat, we had bench press, we had deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go. I'm just gonna pull up a video.
Yeah, do it. I'm ready. I'm ready to relive it all. I mean, I'm hyped just talking about it.
I'm gonna pull up just to see. This was, I think, our heaviest male back squat, Mr. Nick Fletcher. Is that kind of tiny for you?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of tiny.
Well, it'll have to be okay.
Yeah. Hey,
it's
that
so strong. But you can just feel the energy. Everybody's gonna go crazy. There's Caitlin in the background. That was just every lift, every back squat, every bench press, every deadlift. It was such a good time. And the way we scored it, I'll let you talk a little bit about that. It wasn't just, who lifted the heaviest weights. It was kind of a mystery until the very end, which was cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's such a diverse group of people that were lifting. And the only way I felt like to really keep it fair was to go pound for pound.
Mm-hmm.
So we had everyone come in, you checked in, you weighed yourself, we had your weight, and at the end, we took your total from all 3 lifts, and we put into the Wilk score calculator that we had, and we came out with our numbers, and which was freaking awesome, though, because sure, there were people who lifted really heavy, but there were, the stars, almost like the stars of the whole thing were just like Coach Charlotte, who she's like 100 pounds wet. One of my favorite was watching her deadlift 3 times her body weight. That was insane. That was insane. So she had me going, but it just really, it just made it fair across the board.
Heck yeah. And this is so much better than just like signing up for a random weightlifting competition. And one thing I love about it being so focused on our athletes is like we know what everybody's working on. So like if it's a random person doing a back squat, you don't know what that means to them. But when it's someone that you work out with every morning at 7 a.m. or every day at noon in Grant Park, you know what they've been working on, you know what their goals are. So to get to see somebody go up there and crush it, knowing that is so much cooler. So yeah, that was cool for me as a coach to know that like some people were nervous, some people really wanted a certain number on the bench press or whatever it might be. And then being able to be a part of that and give them the hype and adrenaline to be able to do it was great.
I know. I really liked seeing how just shocked and impressed people were at themselves, acting like they didn't know that they could do that. And I really loved that just because you should be proud of yourself. And what really cracked me up were the people that would finish and they're like, dang, I could have gone heavier. And I'm like, I know. But, we had a lot of first timers competing this go round. And a lot of like new athletes. We had a lot of athletes who have only been in the gym for a few months.
Yeah.
So they started right before baseline week at the beginning of the 8 weeks, and then signed up for the liftoff for their first ever liftoff. And watching them crush it and just be, just to be part of the liftoff itself is, I kept telling people, I was like, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on one of the best events of the year. I think it's one of the best videos of the year that we have as well. And I'm like super pumped to see.
I can't wait
when this goes out.
But it's so good. Like you can't create that atmosphere in class. You definitely can't create that atmosphere on your own. And we purposely don't try to do a 1 rep in class just because I don't think it's fun unless you are in a situation like the liftoff. We'll do a heavy set of 2. Coming up this week, retest week, you guys know we're going to do that 5, the 3, and the 1, but that's not really a true 1 rep max. So like there's very few ways you can get that right combination of, a whole morning dedicated to warming up for these lifts. You get the hype from the crowd, you get the adrenaline, and it's just like the perfect recipe to to test yourself and see what you can do.
Oh yeah. And I just love seeing what people could do on Saturdays.
I'm gonna let's pull up our podium
Oh yeah.
and check that out. Give these athletes a little shout out. All right, this was our top 5 women for the liftoff.
Yes.
So cool. We've got a lot of coaches up here, which is great, but I do think if we had more women in the gym signing up for this, they would have been up here too, because we have so many athletes that sit right with these ladies when it comes to the numbers they hit. They just didn't sign up. So we've got Whitney in first, Charlotte second, Amanda third.
Yep. Yes, and then Katie fourth and Caitlin fifth.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Caitlin Livingston, I think she PR'd every single lift. It was awesome.
By obscene amounts.
Every time she came off the stage, she was like hopping around, jumping. I was like, oh, I guess she like hit a PR again.
I know. I know. She couldn't believe it. But I mean, like you said, we don't get that opportunity in class. And so being there with, like you said, all that adrenaline, all the hype with everybody around you, it will make you lift 5 to 10 pounds more, I think, than you would even in the gym if we were to try a 1 rep max.
Absolutely. All right, we got the boys.
All right, boys.
All right, we've got no coaches up here, which is cool.
Yeah, I agree.
At the top, we've got Mr. Nick. We saw him with his impressive back squat. I think we barely had enough room on the bar for his deadlift, but
I wish we had the video of his deadlift, because the minute he stood up, the clips popped off the side of the bar.
Yeah, I couldn't even keep the clips on, but we did it. Yeah, Nick was in first, and we got Mr. Jason Parker, and we got Zach, and then Greg.
Then Nick and Greg.
Yeah, they absolutely smashed it. Did such a good job. And once again, I mean, there's a lot of athletes in the gym that lift around the same weights as these guys. So if you guys just sign up, then it might have been a little bit more of a neck and neck, interesting competition.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's my biggest thing is I get that, some people might not like, competition, or I feel like a lot of people were just nervous.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to sign up because they hadn't done it before, but you never know unless you do it.
Right.
And we have people all the time, they're like, damn, I should have done that. Well, you should have done it, because I'm telling you, you missed out on the best time.
All right, last award, most important one. We give it out at every event. If you've been to any type of Oxfit competition, you know about the Oxfit Spirit Award. And this year it went to Debbie and Connor.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you don't know Debbie, she trains over here in Grant Park with Lauren, and she has just been working really hard on her fitness and incorporating weight training, and she was super nervous for this liftoff, but she showed up and she showed out for sure. She did amazing.
Oh yeah, my favorite thing was that she hasn't even really been at the gym the last couple of weeks. She was out visiting family, met a grandbaby for the first time, and she was like, I'm gonna do the liftoff.
Yeah,
showed up and crushed it.
And then Connor has just been the yes man for 2025.
Dude.
And look how jacked he looks.
You know what's so funny? I zoomed in on it and screenshot it and sent it to him this morning. I said, happy Monday, okay, jacked.
Yeah, Connor's been working one-on-one with his aunt and Caitlin over in East Atlanta, and he's had, we've done spotlights for Connor the past couple weeks whenever we do these weekend reviews, but he's just had such an amazing transformation, and it just goes to show what happens when you have a coach and you're just not scared to say yes and try new things. It's changed his life. He's like a new person.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like you said, he's the yes man. Anything that really Ann and I have said, he's just like, okay, sure. Even the other day, I was like, I texted him, I said, are you in town for the Savage race? And he goes, yeah, I am. And I was like, here's the link. And he's like, okay. And signed up. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He's on track to maybe being athlete of the year over here at EAV, Connor. So
we'll see.
We'll see.
But all in all, that event was badass. You absolutely crushed it. And Ant is going to close out our chat about the liftoff with, we only need to max once per year. And I totally agree. And that's why we do the liftoff once a year. At the end of the spring cycle, we focus on these lifts. We have a chance to test that one rep. And that's all you need. Any more than that, and we're just kind of asking for injury. We're asking to get bored. We're asking to maybe even get discouraged because it's not fun to constantly try to max out and test yourself in that way. But it is very fun to do it once a year, one giant event with all your friends.
Yeah.
And I can hear Leo deadlifting in the gym, and it's hyping me up.
Is he deadlifting? I was wondering who was jealous.
He's screaming in there, and the bar is dropping.
That's so funny. I mean, but it's like you just said, you know, we're only maxing out one time this year, but we have just spent the last 8 weeks working our asses off and getting stronger. I mean, people were crushing halfway through this cycle within 4 weeks. They were, you know, 2-repping their previous, you know, kind of when we 1 rep max when we would do like, oh, we did a set of 5. Okay, they just did it for a set of 10 when we did this set of 10 in class. And I'm like, if that doesn't get you hype and just like want to do the lift off, I mean, then what are we doing? What are we doing? Because I mean, if you're not ready to show off all this hard work and strength that you've gotten over the last 8 weeks, come on now.
Right.
What are you doing with it?
And if you need just like a little bit of, I don't know, just want to see what it was all about, you guys can check out our live stream that we did on YouTube. What is this? Oh, this is a weekend review. This is like this is like a YouTubeception. That's not what I meant to click on. Here we go. Cool. Next to it, this is the live Oxfit liftoff. So we live streamed the deadlift portion of the liftoff. We didn't live stream the entire thing, but it just gives you an idea of kind of what the setup was like, what the vibes were like, and you can see people lift some heavy weights on that deadlift. Here's Debbie.
Oh, there's Debbie, man. She did. She PR'd her deadlift by 20 pounds.
Easy.
That's
it.
That's it.
That's all you got to do.
I love it. Pick it up, put it down. She crushed that, though.
But yeah, check out that live stream if you want to. Sorry, that like tripped me up seeing us on that. So I'm like trying to make sure I'm on the right thing. But check out that live stream if you want to see a little bit more of what the liftoff felt like. But it was the perfect thing to have for last weekend because it's led us right into retest week. So this week we're retesting all of our baseline workouts. I did switch Monday and Wednesday's workout, so you guys didn't have to lift heavy today. You're going to lift heavy on Wednesday. Today, you get a really great body weight workout. So push-ups, pull-ups, shuttle runs. I think it's the perfect way to just kind of ease into the week. You can still push yourself kind of hard, but you don't have to worry about getting underneath any barbells.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I told everybody today. I was like, today is a great way to start off retest week. Get your body going, feel good. And then we're going to get savage tomorrow. And then we're going to lift heavy on Wednesday. And I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. And then this weekend, we are bringing back the High Rocks PFT as part of our retest week. We did it during baseline week. So make sure you sign up, register for that. Free for members. But this is a week in review. So I will talk about all of those things next Monday after they have happened. But just your little heads up, get to the gym this week, retest those workouts. And then if we're going to just look ahead a little bit further, Caitlin, what is going on March 29th?
We've got the Savage Race, and I am so pumped. We have over 20 people right now, and the best thing about it is it's almost all women. We've only got about four men that are doing it, and the rest of it is strong women. We're about to crush it, and the best part is we're gonna have fun. We're not going, we're not going for time. We're not going to do anything crazy. We'll probably end up playing in the same creek like we did last time, cannonballing in the water, but it's going to be, like I said, one more time, don't get FOMO when you see our video and you weren't there.
That's
So,
it.
That's it.
All right. Well, that was a great week. Badass weekend. I can't wait to
Yeah.
get into these workouts this week with everybody.
I'm
And
pumped.
that's all I've got for you guys today. I will see you same time, same place next Monday. Have an awesome week. Thank you, Beefy.
Let's go. Thank you.